When I used to play the Yu-Gi-Oh games, back when I had like the Game Boy Advance versions and the DS, I would play the games all the way through and collect every single card and beat all the bosses, and I had nothing else to do. So instead of restarting the game and starting again, I would just choose a card at random and then try to build a deck around it. And so that was basically what I did here. I chose Parallel World Fusion because it seems like it has so much promise. Even though it's kind of bad because you can't special summon the turn you use it, and you have to choose 2 of your elemental hero monsters that are removed from play. So I thought of using my old Inferno Tempest deck that I used to use with a Necroface OTK, which you can't do anymore because Necroface is limited at 1 and it only works if you have 3 of them. And I always loved using Inferno Tempest because it removes from play all monsters in your deck and graveyard and your opponents. So it completely screws over any strategy they have that's not a burn deck, basically. And Parallel World Fusion uses all those remove from play cards. And you can bring out things like the Shining, and he gets 300 more attack for every elemental hero monster that's removed from play. So I think you can get up to like 5,000 attack points easy. Parallel World Fusion after you remove from play all the monsters in your opponent's deck. I thought this would be a really fun idea to run with. And it was. It's awesome. And what was it? It is kind of hard to get the combo off though. And plus, once you remove all the monsters from your opponent's deck, they only have traps and spells left. So it's really easy for them just to destroy all the monsters you bring out. So like right here, I brought all my monsters back and they get destroyed in the very next turn. Although I probably should have brought out Excalibur, not that stupid one. I could have won that turn. Whatever. I win on the next turn. See, draw into a parallel world, bring out Shining attacks, didn't get any shit. Alright, Rescue Rabbit is actually really good in this deck. Just run 2 Sparkmans, 2 Claymans, and you can get a rank 4 one turn. Since it gets removed from play, it doesn't really matter since you're removing from play all monsters anyway. Let's see, going against a Blue Eyes Maiden deck. Looks like she won't be able to stop the combo. Trap Stun, great in this deck. See, stops. She knew what I was doing. Remove from play all monsters, so it doesn't even matter if she uses her effect or not. She has no blue eyes. And then I'm vulnerable for a turn, because when you summon Grinder Golem, you can't... Well, you can't use Parallel World Fusion. You can special summon, though. It's just you can't use Parallel World Fusion if you special summon any other time throughout the turn. I can't remember. Yeah, this person almost came back, but then they messed it up somehow. They brought out my Grinder Golem, and then a White Stone of Legend. For some reason, he didn't synchro summon them, but I guess it had to be a dragon type or whatever. Anyways, I think on this one, yep, first turn Grinder Golem into an Inferno Tempest. Move from play all monsters. 1 day apiece, so I don't take any more life point damage from my token being out. And that's all the monsters he has to work with. Those 2 in his hand and the 2 on the field. Ooh, looks like I have 2 parallel worlds. Mirror Force, Trap Stun that. Since all he's going to be drawing are traps and spells from now on. What is it? Another Parallel World Fusion, Absolute Zero, just in case he had a Mirror Force, which he did. And I add 2 cards back to my hand. You always want to add Stratos back to your hand. Never want to return him with Parallel World Fusion. You only want to add him to your hand with Shining's effect. That way you can add monsters to your hand based on Stratos' effect from the ones you return to your deck with Parallel World Fusion. The Bubble Man Shuffle. And that's it.